The lives of politicians, authors, actors, scholars, journalists, name it, were shattered by a claim with no basis. Hundreds lost their jobs. They were ridiculed and condemned by their neighbors and friends. Some even committed suicide as a result. For me, I don't care whether it is one person who is a homosexual, that person has a right to be on this earth, like you and me. And I think it's an abuse of power to say that they don't have a right to exist like this law is saying. Yeah. Should their recruitment in sexual acts be punished? Absolutely. Should rape be punished? Absolutely. Both heterosexual and homosexual abuse of children and sexual assaults must be punished in the harshest possible way. In fact, the Penal Code, as amended, deals with these issues very effectively. So does the Sexual Offences Bill, which this Parliament itself passed recently. All Ugandans agree that pedophiles have no place in a civilized society. But let's not make a mistake. Pedophilia and homosexuality is not the same thing. And it's well established, Honorable Chair and members of the committee, that the majority of pedophiles are heterosexual. So it is against our African ethos of Ubuntu, or Ubuntu as we call it in Uganda, when we legislate basically to disappear the identity of a section of our population, or when we penalize a victimless crime. However much we may hate their actions, however much we find them disgusting, we really cannot disappear our fellow citizens. In Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela condemned bigotry, discrimination, and exclusion as non-African. Even though in the 60s, 50s, and 70s, he condemned homosexuality. As president, Nelson Mandela argued for inclusion and demarginalization, and indeed, South African Constitution became the very first one in the whole world to explicitly outlaw discrimination based on non-conforming sexuality.